Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to run through a complete video editing tutorial for beginners step by step. I'll also give you a ton of tips and tricks along the way to make sure that you make the most out of the advanced features and cool animations on Canva. But before we start, Canva's video editing feature is not limited to the desktop version. If you're an iPhone or Android user, you can also use this feature on your mobile phones, and the process is pretty much the same. Therefore, you can follow this tutorial for editing videos on your mobile devices as well. Okay, so here we are at Canva homepage. To start off, here we want to come over here and make sure we select video. And there's a lot of different templates that you can choose from here in terms of size and format of the video that you wish to create. So we've got here a Facebook video, a square video, a mobile video, and if you scroll from here, you'll see other ones as well. But because today I want to show you how to edit this video, how I edited this video on Canva, I will go for this one over here, which has the size of a YouTube video. So once we click on it, this main area that you see here is where you'll be creating your video. It's your canvas. And on the left, you will find all the controls and templates and everything, all the animations. I've already got some videos uploaded here and I want to use those ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on them so that it will start appearing on my project. Now the cool part about this is you don't need to wait for the video to finish uploading here before you can start editing it down. So even if you uploaded a very high quality large video file, you can start editing it right away. You don't have to wait for it to finish uploading, and this is very cool. So you can just go ahead and select the primary footage here, and in this case it will be me speaking to the camera, and I'm gonna click on it, drag it down to our timeline here. So you can see that by default it stretched the video out to be full screen, which is what we want. So it's great. If we click on the little button here, this will change between zooming out thumbnails and zooming in and out on the timeline and zooming in and out on the canvas area. So now that we have our primary footage in, now let's go ahead and remove any of the bad takes and mistakes and everything else that we don't want to have in our video. So you can grab this little triangle here and click and drag it to scrub through your footage fast and edit out, cut out the bits that you don't want in the video. As you can see, I did a practice run in the beginning, so I'm gonna cut this part. Since English is not my native language, I make a lot of mistakes while I'm speaking, so I have to cut out a lot of parts when I'm editing my videos. And yeah, so this is where I actually start the video. So let's cut out the bad take here. And so I'm gonna right click on the slider here and choose split. So now my video is in two pieces, and the left one is the stuff that I want to remove from my video. So I can just select it and press the delete key or press the three little dots over here and select delete. So my video is going to start at this point. Also, if you want to trim your video from the beginning or from the end, you can also move your mouse over here at the start of the clip and click and hold and drag this thing to the right. Let's also tidy up the end of our video. So here for this, let's click on the timeline here and zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to use the triangle here to scroll through the end and find the place where I finished the video. Now to remove any bad take from inside your footage, you will need to follow the exact same process. You can either play through the video or use the triangle right here to scroll through the video, and once you determine the spots that you want to remove, split the beginning and the end of the bad take by right-clicking and hitting split and then deleting it. So now that you edited down your primary footage, the next step is to bring any B-roll or overlay footage. Now this is the one thing about video editing in Canva that is a little bit, let's say, confusing, since they don't let you lay other videos on top of each other like in Final Cut or most other video editing softwares. So I hope they will also do that in the future, because I don't love doing this, but there is a way to work around that, and it is actually quite simple. So let's say after this intro piece here, I want to show this clip that I have up here, but I still want to hear me talking behind the video. So I can come over here and grab some of the footage here, and instead of dropping it on the timeline, I'm gonna drop it right on the canvas. And we can scale this clip up to fill our screen now. As you can see, this is not the shortest clip ever, so I may have to want to shorten this clip. So let's say if we only want a small part of this clip, then to cut back to me talking full screen. So to do this, make sure you have the B-roll selected and come over here to the pair of scissors, and here we can trim down or select the part of the video that you want to use. So let's drag the arrow until the part that we want the video to start. Now let's drag the arrow from the end until the point where we want the video to end. Now I want to hit done here, and there's another minor thing to fix here, which is that since we trimmed the video to 4 seconds, we have the same short clip looping here on my first video. So we need to play through until we find where we want this B-roll to stop playing, and let's say here, and then we want to split the clip so that it doesn't continue to loop through the entire piece. So right click and select split. Now on the second clip, we still have the B-roll going on, so to remove it, simply click on the B-roll and delete, and as you can see, now we're back to my face again. So if we grab the triangle and scroll through the footage from the beginning, we've got me, and then we've got the B-roll, and then me again. Very important here, if your B-roll has audio on it, you must mute it so that your voice can be heard underneath. Then you want to make sure you select the B-roll clip, and then go to the little speaker here and hit the mute symbol. So now that you know how to add B-roll to your video, go ahead and go through your project and add any B-roll or overlay footage in your video. So once you've got your B-rolls in your project, the next step is to add any titles or text into your videos, and this is something that Canva is very good at, since they have a lot of pre-made titles and presets built in there. As you already know, Canva has a lot of pre-made titles and presets built in itself. So we want to come over here to text. Here we can either add our own text and then customize it, or we can scroll down here to find if there's a template that we can use for this video. So once we find something that we like, let's first mark out the area that the text will appear by splitting that part, and let's go ahead and add the text to our project. All right, so let's play the video once more from the beginning. Okay, so I'll probably add a cut here, and so let's split our timeline here. So now any title we add here will only last for the duration of this small piece of video. Now make sure you select the splitted part and click on the text that you want to add. You can change the fonts. Let's go ahead and make the text color white and align it. You can also add a little rectangle behind the text by selecting the text, effects, and then background. Here you can also adjust the roundness, size, and the color of the background. And now we have a basic title here, but we're not done yet. Let's add some animation to the video here. So select the text and go to animate over here. And here you'll find a bunch of animations which you can try out and see which one works best for you. I think I'll go with this one. Now it's time to add any effects or transitions to our video. Now you can see a plus between the clips down here. If you go ahead and select it and choose add transitions, you'll be adding a transition effect between these two clips. Now this is something I don't recommend you use between each clip. Only use it when it's necessary. For example, if you want to divide the video in parts and you want your audience to feel that there is a separation between one part and another of the video. When connecting my videos, what I would normally do is that I would zoom in so that when you play through, it almost looks as though you're using another camera angle, and it just breaks up the routine for the audience. So how I do that is I'll pick the second clip over here, and I'm gonna come up to make sure our clip here is selected. And then if we come up to crop, we can zoom it in and make it a little bit bigger, not too much, and make sure that the eyes remain in a similar position. So let's just try to come back and try to play it to see if the zoom effect works. As you can see, it breaks it up a little bit for the viewers. Even though it's the same shot, the same camera, it looks a little bit different. From here, we're gonna add in the music. So I explained this in more detail in one of my previous videos. I'll put a link somewhere here. And as I mentioned in that video, there are two ways as to how you can add music to your videos on Canva. So you can either come here to the audios tab, and here you'll find a lot of different music in all kinds of themes and moods, some of which are free and some are only available on their pro plan. And the second option is that you can upload your existing theme music using the uploads tab. So choose audio here and you can upload your music by simply clicking the upload media tab. As you can see, I've already uploaded mine right here. So I'm just gonna go and click on the music. Now that we have our music throughout the video, you should play through the video to see if you need to adjust any of the cuts to line up better with the audio, or if you made a mistake while shooting the video and talked about something chronologically in a wrong order. And by the way, this happens to me all the time because sometimes I have a quick 2-3 minute project to show you and I shoot the video before recording my screen, and sometimes the chronological order of my steps in the tutorial doesn't match with the screen that I recorded in 1 or 2 point. And in situations like that, instead of shooting my screen again because I'm lazy, I would just move those chunks and sections around the video by picking them up and repositioning them so I change the order of the steps while I edit my video. So this is a very useful tip to keep in mind that will save you a lot of time while editing your videos. Next up is adjusting your audio volumes. So once you upload your primary footage, Canva does a pretty good job of adjusting its volumes automatically to the correct level. However, there's always room for improvement, so go ahead and check if the volume level is good for the video. And if you find that it needs adjusting, you can just click on the individual clip like this and come up here to the audio icon here on your top right, and you can just adjust the volume or mute your video. And if you're already happy with the volume of your video, you can just skip to adjust your music volume by clicking on the skinny purple line over here, and once you click on it, you'll see that it expands. So once you select it, come up here on the volume again, and you can lower it down. I recommend that you keep it at a level between 20 and 28%. That's what I do. But of course, it may differ case by case. So play through the video and see how the loudness sounds for you. So we are pretty much done with our editing of this video right now, but I want to show you one last thing that you can add to your video, which are intro videos and end screens. So let's say you want to add a video intro right here. So hit the little plus here and add in a page between the two clips. And this is where the intro video will play. Then if we come up to the templates over here and let's search for YouTube intros, we will see that Canva has a full library of YouTube intro videos over here. And you can scroll through the beautiful pre-designed templates and grab one of them and drop it to the blank page just like this. All of this is fully customizable, so you can change the text, font colors, and pretty much everything on the page actually. So I won't use an intro for this video, that's why I'm gonna take that back out. And as for the end screens, just go ahead and type in end screen in the search bar, and once you hit search, you'll see again a bunch of end screen templates as well. You can follow the same procedures and add a blank page using the plus at the end of the last video, and click and drag the end screen title you like to the blank page and adjust according to your video. Now our video is finally done. Let's go ahead and save it. So come up here to share, then download. You'll have the MP4 video selected as your file type and just hit the download button. And as you can see, your video is being downloaded to your computer. So now you know how easy it is to edit your videos on Canva and that you don't need to learn any editing software from scratch. If you want to stay up to date with more tips and tricks on how to create social media content using Canva, then definitely subscribe to my channel and I will see you in the next video. Take care.